Babysitting is supposed to be simple. You put the kids to bed, you wait, you go home. But the truth is, most babysitters never realize one thing: if something evil wants to get into a house, it doesn't wait outside. It waits inside the walls, inside the rooms, inside the dark corners parents forget to check. And in these three stories, something was already inside the house long before the babysitter arrived. Something watching, something patient, something that didn't survive the night alone because it wasn't supposed to be human. These are allegedly true. Decide for yourself. And whatever you do, don't listen to these alone. The first story came from a woman named Jenna, who was 19 the night everything happened. She'd been babysitting for the Mitchells for 2 years. They were routine, reliable, the kind of family that never made you feel uneasy. Start time at 6 p.m., dinner, cartoons, baths, bedtime stories. A familiar schedule she could have done blindfolded. That night, as usual, Linda Mitchell kissed her kids goodnight, thanked Jenna, and left for her late shift at the hospital. At 7:05 p.m., she sent her standard message, "Call me if anything weird." Jenna never planned to. But at 10:40 p.m., the routine cracked. She was straightening the living room when she heard the back door handle jiggle softly. Not one loud rattling, not a knock, just a slow, deliberate testing. The quiet kind. The careful kind. She froze. The Mitchells had a heavy deadbolt and a chain lock on the back door, and Jenna clearly remembered locking both. But the sound continued, like someone patiently checking every part of the door. She texted Linda, "Someone at the back door. Locked it." A minute passed. No reply. She forced herself toward the kitchen, peeking through the sliding glass door. Nothing but darkness. Then something shifted near the fence, a tall silhouette pacing, studying the house like he was memorizing it. Streetlight behind him. But up. Movement slow, deliberate. Jenna's stomach twisted. She called 911. While she waited, the figure stopped moving and crouched down, picking something off the ground. Then he stood and aimed whatever it was directly at the back door. A signal? A camera? She couldn't tell. The dispatcher told her to stay put, keep the doors locked, turn on every light. Jenna flicked the switches with shaking hands, backing away from the door. The silhouette walked to the driveway, and then casually tossed a small rock toward the kitchen. It hit the glass with a sharp tap, leaving a tiny, cracked crater. A warning. A message. Minutes crawled by. Then she saw him return, this time with a crowbar. She whispered into the phone, "Please hurry. Please hurry, please." The dispatcher told her officers were 5 minutes out. The intruder measured the door like he was timing his attack. Then he wedged the crowbar under the chain lock, and with steady pressure, snapped it. The sound echoed through the kitchen. The deadbolt held, but the chain didn't. The door pushed inward. A foot stepped inside. Jenna's breath caught. She backed into the pantry and pressed her hand over her mouth. The man walked into the kitchen like he lived there. Calm, controlled, no hesitation. He stood at the bottom of the stairs for a long, terrifying minute, as if deciding which child to approach first. The dispatcher whispered, "The officers are almost there." But the man started climbing the stairs. Slow, quiet, certain. He opened the first child's bedroom door. Jenna heard a faint whimper, a child stirring in sleep. Then silence. The man stepped back out, walked down the stairs, and slipped out the same back door he had broken in through. Police arrived too late. The children were unharmed, physically. But what they found later chilled every officer who responded. A week after the break-in, a neighbor turned in a stolen keyring found in a drainage ditch. On it was a folded Polaroid taken from outside the Mitchells' kitchen window showing their youngest child asleep. Dated 1 week before the night Jenna babysat. The man had been inside the neighborhood before. Watching. Studying. The Mitchells moved out. Jenna stopped babysitting forever. 9 days later, Linda received a note on her doorstep. "Nice house. I'll be back." No one was ever arrested.